kick it in your front door with what is masculinity? What the hell is wrong with having a masculinity? Why is so much feminine energy through everything that men do? Why is it a problem for a man to be like his granddaddy them was? What granddaddy used to say, Rob, hey man, go in there and slop them hogs. Whatever it was, they was men. We about to talk about what the hell is happening with men. Chief Hall Podcast right now. I'm kicking in your front. Ray peeping in your drapes. Rob making a plate in the back. Chief Hall Podcast. Chief Hall Podcast. Podcast. Chief Hall Podcast right now. I'm kicking in your front door with masculine energy. What in the hell is going on with all these? Let me give you an example. The Met Gala had me thinking, what is the gala all about? Now, I don't claim to have seen this and really been checking out what's going on with the Met Gala. I don't claim that. I know I could understand fashion has its way. But if you ask me, after we look at these pictures, I'm gonna give you my definition of what fashion is supposed to be and how it should contribute to our lifestyles and contribute, not have us bowing down to fashion and risking it all. And I think that's what's happening with us in our society. I'll give you an example. I want to make sure the lines are clear, and I'm gonna ask Rob, but I'm gonna ask Ray. I want to make sure we understand when we put these pictures up here about the Met Gala, and I want to find out what if we just gonna ask what's masculine. Is this masculine or not? Let's start with the first picture. Can you do it? You do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment to Chief Hall Podcast. And if you got questions, you want to know something, put it in a comment, and we'll get back to you.
All right. So let's look at because basically how I got this set up here, right? But anyway, which one you want to? Which one?
Point to any one of them, and let's see if.
All right. Let's say this one right here. Let me move it.
Okay, it? Make it big. Can it get bigger? Can it be the only thing on the screen?
Yeah, let's do this. Yeah.
Oh, you got to act up like that?
Huh?
You got to do all that carrying on?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I mean, we just moving it around, you know.
Okay, now,
right.
I brought this one up. Now, without us going into the definition of masculine and all that, I just want to, based on what you understand in your mind, Ray, is that masculine to you, how you've been raised, your dad being a former Marine, and what we've been around? Is that masculine?
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to wear that right there.
No, I need you to say, stop trying to be a diplomat and be in the middle.
No, but you got to look, remember, fashion is expressive, but you're right about masculinity. But that looks a little bit more like, what do you call it, coming to America kind of vibe.
Okay, but you ain't answered the question yet.
I wouldn't wear that.
Would it be, is it masculine? Because I've seen some African garb with a masculine tone.
That's in
like
between.
The Zulus.
That's in between.
Now you see how the Zulus dress?
Yeah.
For war, and it's like it's not a dress, but it's war looking.
Yeah.
I know what African masculinity look, because they don't play that in Africa.
But that could be like kingly. That could be like kingly a little bit.
Okay, you want to call that kingly?
I don't know about the red shoes.
With masculine.
I don't know about the red shoes, though.
Okay, it looks like under that he has, that may be not like pants.
I thought
up under
pants.
That.
Oh,
now, Rob is the closest to it, and he can see. What you see, Rob, is that masculine?
Hell no.
Okay, Rob with a strong hell no. I don't see it now. So now let's take this different with Ray, because Ray he be.
All right, so can you see that now,
He's an
Ray?
attorney in heart.
Yeah, no. I guess I'm looking at.
Would your dad wear that around your mama?
No, he's not gonna.
Okay, there you go. That's not. See, this is the simplest way I could bring it. His dad, an ex-Marine. My dad, I know my dad from the old school, and Rob, granddaddy, and we know this is the easiest way I could help the young boys understand. Because I said that to a young fella. I said, would you see your granddaddy wearing that? That's all I want to, that's all. And that's all I had to say. And he was like, no, you know, yeah, you know why? Because they were men. They understood the boundaries. They understood. And I could imagine your grandmama, my grandmama was always trying to tell our granddaddy, you could just wear something to go to church. You could do this, whatever, trying to control them. It's something about masculinity that just says, will you leave me alone? It's just something about that. Because
Yeah.
I just feel that that's a certain vibe from masculinity. Will you get out of my face? That's what I feel masculinity says some of that to that. Now let's go to the next one. Now Ray said Ray will wear that. I would.
So
No,
this,
I wouldn't wear that.
okay, so this outfit is a hell no, right?
Hell no.
Hell no.
That's not masculine.
No.
So it's feminine.
Well, it's not.
Okay, hold on.
Wait, I don't know. I don't
Just
know.
put.
I don't
I
know.
say it's feminine.
I'm not gonna say a
It
hell
can't
no.
be masculine.
I'm not gonna say a hell no all the way because it kind of look like a little trench coat. Them shoes, forget it.
Hey man, you
You in between so bad.
No, man, because it looks very African, kingly.
Ain't
Not
shit
with that
African
color
about
like that.
that,
African
man.
stuff don't have
Let me ask you a
solid
question.
colors
Let
almost.
me ask you this
Where's
question.
my toilet sound at? Oh, okay.
Yeah, find it.
Flush.
Now, here's the thing. When you find somebody, that sounds like a gun cocking.
Oh yeah, that was.
That
Yeah,
was-
kill that.
That's what you sound like on the toilet?
No.
Lord, man.
No,
Yeah,
no,
you got a problem.
no. We're gonna kill this one. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Let's flush.
Okay, boy, that take a long time. You take a long time on the toilet, man.
Yeah. So we flushing that one.
All right, you can flush that. But let me just say this. Shoes, no. Let me tell you something. It feels a little kingly-ish compared to
You
all
get
the
a
other
kingly
stuff.
vibe. From
I get a
this.
kingly vibe a little bit. Look at the guys who wear
This is
kilts.
what kind of
Irish
nation
people who
this
wear
is?
kilts.
Is
Who
this
wear
a
kilts.
homosexual nation? What kind of nation did this give you with the king?
Wait, I don't want to say that first. I don't want to say that yet. But look at the guys who wear kilts. You know, Irish who wear kilts,
Yeah,
Scottish.
Scottish.
You know, they're very manly, and that's their tradition.
They
right?
trying to be.
They're
but
trying. Okay, all right. Well,
address
I
just
stand
with nuts
corrected.
exposed. See, when you think about masculinity,
why did they do
you
that
have
back
to
in the day?
protect. A man has to protect. That's why pants really come in good. To have that skirt on, your jewels too vulnerable. That's our weakest point.
But Africans
I
back in the
think
day
that
didn't wear
came,
nothing.
that's a feminine concept
They didn't wear
because
nothing.
it exposes our weakest, that's our kryptonite.
African
No
tribes
matter
wore
what, how
nothing.
big we are, you get
Yo,
hit in the nuts.
You remember
That's
they
over
wore
with.
nothing. They wore nothing. African tribes. They be out there balls free.
No, they
and
wasn't,
you don't
man. Go
come
back
on,
to
man.
the
Let me look it
Zulus,
up, man.
Hunting the Zulus is what you think about when you think about masculine tribes.
So you saying other African ones were not manly
Well, I'm
because
just
they were
saying,
naked?
No, I'm saying just think about the Zulus, how they look and how they dress. Warriors.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I
I'ma
look
find
at
some
men
pictures.
as warriors because we got to protect our family. You gonna
I
let
believe
somebody
that.
run up in your house and you got a tutu on?
But who? Me?
Would you wear one of that if you got to go to war?
No, I'm gonna wear that going to war.
Hey,
we're in a different day and age.
Would you have that Scottish dress on if it was time to get jiggy?
Not my style.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Not my style.
Men got to be dressed a certain way. Men got to be prepared for battle. We got to have a different kind of mindset.
I wish some
All
people
right.
that Scottish can chime
Go on
in
to the
on
next
this.
one. Here we go. What's this?
All right, so we got the next picture up here. So I think this is Simone Biles and her husband. You see the picture?
Yeah.
So what y'all think about this one?
You know, people trying designs, man. It's a white tux, but I don't know about the
Is
phrase.
that masculine?
The phrase at the bottom, I wouldn't do. That's just my style.
It's
Yeah.
not masculine. No.
No.
No, you saying no? Look, let me just make sure.
You
we
know
say
what
this.
don't make it masculine? I'm gonna tell you what don't make it masculine.
What's that?
It's all that frizz on the
That's what I'm saying.
on
I
the
wouldn't wear that.
sleeves and on the pants, and then this thing that he got over his, like, it looked like a fucking shawl. You know what I'm saying? Like, women wear these things. You understand what I'm saying?
So that's what I'm
That's
really.
okay, okay.
That's the
Where's
feminine.
this
That's what make it feminine.
I
But
see what you're
where's
saying.
this influence coming from? Now look, these are football players too. This is what's so ironic.
The designers are designing
This is what's so ironic, and we can't pay attention, and we don't pay attention to nothing. We just get suckered in talking about fashion. It's all in the name of fashion and expression.
Some people do it, yeah.
We look, men protect men. Being a man is a special thing God designed and made sure He had a man. But I ain't finna preach.
Let
But
me-
look,
can
go
I-
back.
can I say- let me read this. You got to be fair to the Met
Yeah,
Gala
hurry
right
up.
now.
Shut up.
No, you got to be fair to the Met Gala.
Hurry up and shut up.
Read this first.
You just so goddamn diplomatic.
It's
man.
not diplomatic.
Hurry up and shut up.
Keep it
Man,
real, man.
pick a side,
You guys
goddamn.
is like
No,
yeah.
no, we let him stay in the middle like that. That's how he like to roll.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
lukewarm.
No,
Yeah,
no, don't say that. I want to be honest, man, with this. Most of the fashion designers that are designing, I hate to say it, are probably gay men. You know what I mean? Might be.
Ain't no
But-
probably in that shit.
No, you got straight men in there, man. Come on, don't do that. So here's the thing. It says the 2025 Met Gala honored Black fashion designers, specifically focusing on Black dandyism and its evolution throughout history. Okay? So just
Dandyism.
I was
okay.
just about to say that.
Okay.
shit.
So look, what's
What's the
dandyism?
definition of
You
dandyism?
tell me.
It's got to be soft. It sounds soft.
It's stupid.
That
man.
shit sounds soft.
Dandy, like dandy bread.
That shit
is
soft.
stupid, man.
That shit ain't
It don't
soft.
sound masculine. I'm trying to
That
get us
shit's
back to
soft.
being masculine where
No.
men walk down
Let's
the
do
street.
this because see, I'm the middle zone for y'all understanding definitions and everything like that. So when people listening, they gotta understand. So look, dandyism says dandy means a man unduly concerned with looking stylish and fashionable, excellent and
Oh,
an
man.
excellent thing of its kind. A man unduly devoted to style, dandyism, neatness, and fashion and dress appeal. So that ain't no frou-frou, whatever y'all want to call it. You know, it sounds
Man,
maybe,
that
but
It
shit
no,
don't
it's not.
sound like they concerned about preserving men.
What y'all wanted to say? The 2025 Met
All right, so
Thug, Met Thug Gala.
I just think that in the name of fashion, we are losing manhood.
I get that.
We're
though.
losing it.
I get it.
And it's in the name of fashion, cloaked with fashion. And everything since we were little, when you would think back, you know, the LGBT has making everything the most important aspect of everything. That cannot be.
Of what?
Now, this is what I say.
Of
Now,
what?
this is for all my LGBT
Yeah.
community people.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with the lifestyle that you choose because I'm not a judge of your moral state and how you're going to have to deal with how you're going to be judged. I don't set that standard. I remember being a supervisor and one of my co-workers, he was openly gay, and he thought I had a problem working with him, and he was asking me that. He said, look, man, he said, so do you have a problem with me being gay and working with me? I said, look here, man, I don't have a problem with you as a human, as a person, and I the only thing I have a problem with is if God got a problem with it, then I got to stand by and support what God say and try to live according to what God say. I don't have a problem with it, but here's the problem. I said this to a young female, I believe, who said, I could live my life how I want to. I could do what I want. I could make the decisions what I want. I could sleep with who I want to. And I said, just think, if your mama and your daddy thought like that, there would be no you. If it was okay for the same sexes to be together, we would cease to exist as humans.
I get
It's over with. So just as long as you think about that, if the LGBT community, just think about this.
God bless you.
If it was all like that, if it was all like that, how you think it's supposed to be, then it would be no you to think that way. It would be no more community. Everything would die away if man could not repopulate the earth.
That's if everybody thought like that.
That's what I'm saying.
But that
If
doesn't.
the majority, but thank God the majority doesn't, because babies are still being born. And it's ironic that homosexual couples and lesbian couples want a baby, which only can come one way. That's ironic. Now, we don't want to get on that. It's ironic that you want a baby.
because they
And
want
the
a
baby,
family.
the lifestyle you live can't produce a baby.
Because they're not attracted to a woman.
But you want a baby. So if you want a baby, God got one way to get a baby, a man and a woman. It ain't no other. I haven't seen no other way yet. Now I know you probably gonna say some studies that they having babies with cigarette boxes having babies. I know you're gonna say something crazy.
I'm not gonna say nothing like that. That's silly. They going out getting it another way. They having surrogates and other people doing it.
But it
way.
ain't fair.
To who?
For you to choose that lifestyle and still want to live like a normal, a heterosexual human being who could produce offspring and continue legacies. It's just, you got to make a choice. And sometimes I remember Ravi Zacharias told that story about a preacher. We getting into a little bit into too much of this. We're going a little bit. But Ravi Zacharias is one of the leading apologetics. And he told a story about a preacher who lived his life desiring to be with another man. And on his deathbed, he said to Ravi Zacharias, because he told him all this as he was dying, he said, no matter how I felt and what I wanted to, I subdued that lust and what I wanted for the sake of Jesus. And I say, so you mean tell me that it's possible that this is something that can be denied and put under, just like a whoremonger, a man who want to have sex with all these different type of women. If he want to give himself to God, God to help him, give him the strength to break them chains, that lust. Hallelujah. But anyway, I don't want to preach because Rob finna get his, he want to take up offering every time you get a chance. Rob want to take up offering. I don't know where the offering going.
Yeah, right.
But I go back to this. I went away from what we said.
All right, let's pull the picture up, man.
Pull the picture up.
Pull the picture up. We're talking about masculinity.
That got deep for a second, but we
got
here.
So this is the new picture right here, man.
No,
just think about this.
What are we worrying about? The hair?
Masculine. All we want to know if it's masculine or it's feminine.
All right, so we're gonna take a vote.
If it was a V-neck, then it'll probably be a little bit more masculine.
There ain't nothing masculine about this.
Well, you crazy. Those are pants with a trench coat.
Man, that ain't no goddamn trench coat.
Yes, it is. Look at it.
See, that's why you don't know fashion. That's why you come in here with this t-shirt on.
You got a t-shirt on too.
But mine is fashionable. This is a fashionable
no, it's
V-neck.
That's from...
All right, so this is a hell no, right? Hey,
it's a damn no.
So we got two hell no's, all right?
Damn no. Ray in the middle.
We got two hell no's. What you say, Ray?
That's just not my style, but I don't think
what you say, Ray? Yes or no, man?
No,
Shit.
no, but you got to... It's not...
Is it masculine or no?
Masculine or no?
He want to be in the middle, so
no,
yes
man.
or no?
I got to look at it better.
Our question is only if it's masculine.
But see, y'all going, is it masculine or does it look good?
No, is it masculine or feminine?
It needs to be a V-neck, man, to look a little masculine.
Yo, that shit don't look good at all. You talking about whether it look good or not?
Good. That's a
it
difference.
Don't look good, and it's not fucking masculine. Ain't nothing that look good about
you
that.
You went
shit.
with them pants?
Hell no.
Look how
I saw
that.
you with them pants on.
Look how that.
You didn't see with no goddamn pants on like that.
That's soft. Look how that's soft.
That's what I'm saying. If it was a V-neck,
texture,
it would look nice.
It's not manly.
All
right, go back.
This is the
easiest way. Would your dad wear that?
No.
All right, go to the next one.
There you go. Hold on.
That don't mean anything. That don't mean anything.
All right, so here we go. Now you see the goddamn difference?
Okay, now that's
Russell Wilson, man.
That's masculine.
What that mean?
But Russell Wilson.
That's Russell Wilson.
But Russell Wilson just going to wear a regular tux. He don't even belong here. That too.
He believed that a man should be a man and a woman should be a woman.
He don't even go to these things. He would not be there if it wasn't for her.
It's possible.
And look how his wife look.
What does she look like?
Feminine. Look like a woman. Feminine.
Let me see.
Is that feminine to you?
No, that's not.
You don't think that's feminine?
Here go the problem right here. See, because I'm from the. When you ask me what's feminine,
that's too
Coretta
revealing?
Scott King is feminine.
Oh, here we go.
And so I wouldn't see her wearing nothing like that.
There you go.
So
no. I think it's too revealing. It has a.
What's revealing about that?
Let me ask Frank.
I guess you could say
let me ask Frank.
Yeah.
Would your mama wear that?
No.
Exactly. Okay, next one.
You see how this nigga is?
He has no originality.
See how this man is, man.
He has nothing original. Always using somebody's stuff, man. Get out of here, man. That's a lot going on because I don't want to go into that. But
I think she complimented him. You know what I'm saying? Now, I get it.
How?
We're dealing with masculinity. Now, he's a football player. Here's the point I want to bring out. These are football players and athletes. And football in our community is one of the most physical and one of the toughest sports. One of the hardest sports to have a long career in ever.
And a lot of gay men in NFL.
For sure. I don't want to doubt that. But
Yeah.
one of them came out, but they ain't openly gay.
They're not open.
Good, no, they
And
gonna be quiet.
And they
if
dress
doing that.
dress masculine, if you call it whatever you call masculine.
Well, they just play a masculine sport.
Wait.
And they dress
Time
masculine,
out.
too.
Time
They
out.
dress
Time out.
masculine.
Time out. Wait. Back up. You said whatever you call masculine.
Who said that?
You just said that.
No, what I'm talking about with him, whatever he calls
You
masculine.
know.
No, what? It's only one definition of masculine.
What's the definition of masculine?
Tough as hell, man. Granddaddy now, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That's
That's
masculine.
Not
how they
soft.
dressed back in the day. They were not dressed like this back in the day.
No, but yeah, they did, but not.
Who did?
You know,
Who did?
They didn't dress like
you
this.
remember in the 30s? You got men dressing with 3-piece suits on. You know,
That's all they dress.
But that's
if
like.
you
nice,
go back
though.
way back, cowboys and all that, those men were always masculine.
That's good. A nice 3-piece suit.
Yeah, my
But I'm
dad.
saying-
I got pictures of my dad in the 60s in 3-piece suits in clubs.
I got a 3-piece
Listen,
suit.
man.
I got a 3-piece suit in the 70s.
Look,
Nike.
this is not masculine.
What is not?
This shit is not masculine.
No, this is not
right?
masculine.
That's not masculine.
Right.
That's not manly.
Let's
Rob
go
talk
back.
that trash.
Let's go
if,
back.
If his
No,
wife
no,
made
no,
him wear
no,
that,
no, no, no.
no, my behind. His wife told him to wear that. He gonna be wearing it.
You
Man,
crazy as fuck.
She told me to wear this.
Ah man, damn.
You know that ain't nothing but a lie. That's a damn lie.
That too. She
That
make
ain't
you
no
wear
lie.
that
That's
right
a
there.
damn lie.
You
That's
think
not masculine.
No, that's not masculine.
Okay, if it's not masculine, but I bet if your wife told you to wear it, you'd be like, man, she
Nope.
told me to wear this, man.
That's definitely not masculine.
That's not masculine. But Ray
Okay.
got that. He's going
No,
into another
no.
aspect of it, Africanish.
Yeah, all
And
that.
You don't remember
and
coming
all
to
that.
America?
Yeah.
When
They didn't wear that shit.
he wore that thing on the head.
It wasn't like that. He had a lion.
on the side.
Now that's masculine. A nigga had a dead lion. Now that's different.
Nigga had a dead lion on him.
That's different now.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit right here, man. This shit is like a fucking long ass train on the dress.
Yeah, look like
Look at the bottom of that
It's got a
shit.
wedding vibe. It's got a wedding dress vibe at the end of it.
I
Yeah.
see what you're saying. a
You
little
see what I'm
bit,
saying?
Yeah.
God
All right,
damn.
But
moving
man-
on. Since
And,
we
and,
know.
and like I was saying, these are football players, and they are being brainwashed into thinking that this is how you express yourself. Just like how they got these women thinking that expressing yourself is being able to choose how many men you can sleep with, and that's your right. And then you go ahead on and lay with all the men, and then you go in the dark room and thinking, "What the hell is you? What I've done?" I digress.
Lord, he gone. He
I
gone.
digress.
Let me ask you a question.
All right.
So let me ask you a question. So Andre 3000 had a piano backpack. Is that masculine? You got a picture of that?
No,
We're
I
gonna
don't have-
find it.
I don't
but
have
I
that
think I
picture.
saw that.
Or
Now,
is-
who is this?
or is
I
it
saw it. I saw that shit.
That's
But
Saquon. I think it's
that's Saquon.
Is
if I had to
style?
choose between the two,
That's a tux.
it would be that Saquon. That's just
It's a
that's
tux.
just a straight touch,
Yeah.
clean cut, and I'm running that rock on y'all boys.
And that lady that's behind him, I don't know if that's his wife or not, but that's a beautiful dress she has on. So if they're complimenting each other, that looks really
I mean,
nice.
what? So what you think happened? Why you think that there's a problem to squelch or to neutralize masculinity? Is there a problem with having men masculine and knowing their role and how to talk and how to present themselves and not to take no mess and be ready to protect their families? Is that a problem?
No, it's a deeper issue than that, man. It's deeper than clothes.
No, wait a minute now.
It's
It-
deeper
but-
than clothes,
but
man.
Remember, what's going on the inside comes out on the out.
That's okay.
So it's a brainwashing
well, touche.
to get them to,
However.
to expose themselves like that. Because I know something going on in the inside of these young brothers.
But then
For them to think that it's all right, and they granddaddy, you can ask each one of them and ask them, will your granddaddy or your daddy wear that? Every one of them will tell you no.
But they might say to you, "Oh, it's a different era, it's a different
Yeah,
style."
but they don't know nothing about it. They just 20-something years old. What the hell they know about a different era?
Well, look at Westbrook and all those guys that used to wear all them
They was cutting up.
outfits, man, coming in.
Yeah,
the
they
tunnel.
messed when you, and every time you saw Michael Jordan, he was crispy clean because he come from an era and he come from an
Of the
understanding
90s.
of how men supposed to present themselves.
of '90s when they
as a
were-
businessman.
they were wearing big zoot suits.
I was
almost.
telling y'all, we don't dress for the respect we want. We're supposed to dress for how you want people to perceive you.
Now, here's the thing. Now, you're talking about kids who wearing their pants halfway down
And,
to
and,
their
and how you
knees.
think they perceive them.
That's-
Just like we perceive them.
Yeah. Is that
Like a
manly?
fool.
Is that manly?
Hell no.
Okay. That masculine.
That's not masculine, Jack.
Yeah.
That is too revealing of the bungy cheeks. All you gotta do is ask one of them, would your granddaddy, or your granddaddy, would you see him with his pants like that? Well,
No.
probably Rob, because he think like a plumber. So it's all right for your bungy to be out. But it's a different way. He'd be the top of the bungy with the plumber. Plumber bungy it'd be the top, and it'll be the bottom.
Plumber's crack, man. It's called plumber's crack.
It's called plumber's crack.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Plumber
It's called
crack, that'd be
plumber's
the top
crack.
of the rump.
Plumber's crack. Thing is, man, you know, when you be working, man, you got your belt on, and then your shirt just come up, you bending down.
Nah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like that
And
type
you got
shit.
all that rump to be busting
what I'm
out the
saying?
damn pants.
Is that
Why all them
is that
plumbers got big
masculine?
rump?
Is that
No,
masculine?
man. It's stupid, man. It's stupid.
Yeah, okay.
It's poor. It's poor belt management.
Well, maybe it is. Shit.
You need an undershirt. Wear undershirt, man.
Damn.
I do wear undershirts, man.
Yeah, I can't do that one right there, man. No.
Well, waist trainer or something, man. Damn.
Waist trainer this.
Chief All Podcast trying to find out why is it a problem for a man to just be a rugged man. They didn't say, you wouldn't have caught John Wayne wearing none of this here mess.
Yeah. You know the
At
question.
no
you said-
Met Gala. You won't catch no Clint Eastwood with that on.
Yeah, not in that Met Gala time.
No.
probably. But let me ask you a question.
Keep that focus. Go ahead, Ray.
Just
We
one-
about to wrap this
Okay,
on
just
up.
one quick question. So then that means that I just forgot what I was
Your
gonna say.
cousin, you wouldn't have seen Sidney Poitier in that.
No, they're not.
That's
gonna do
right.
that.
Don't even play with it. Chief Hall Podcast, we want to break down masculinity and understand. Let's bring masculinity back. Let's get in these weight rooms, get these supplements going, eat right, train hard, and be ready to protect your families at all costs. And it costs to be the boss. See ya.